Hey y'all, welcome back to Krista's Kitchen. So Eleanor and I were going to have salad for lunch today. However, with this gloomy cold front that's coming through, it's not what's sounding good to us. So we're gonna have some pineapple chicken. It can go on the sheet pan, straight in the oven. Our rice will go in the microwave and cook in our little rice cooker. And in about 30 minutes, we'll have lunch ready. And it's a nice, yummy, warm lunch. We are having chicken again for dinner tonight also. I don't usually like to do the same protein for lunch and dinner, but I wanted something warmer than a salad, and I think this will be just the key. Plus, I need to use up those pineapples before they go bad. So, I'm gonna zoom y'all in and we'll get started. So first up, we've got some rice that I've rinsed and put in our rice cooker. We're gonna set that to the side because it doesn't have to go in until our sheet pan actually hits the oven. But I just used some regular white rice. I also have the oven preheating to 350 degrees. And we have our little scraps bowl. So first up, I'm just gonna sling some olive oil all over our baking sheet. I have our chicken on here so I can do it last. We're just going to chop our bell pepper into some large chunks. Nothing fancy. I'm going to get all of these seeds out of our bell pepper. You can use any bell peppers you like. I purchased 2 6-packs from Sam's because they really have the best price. And when I walked by them the other day, I could just smell them. So decided we will be having a lot of bell pepper recipes this week, which is not hard for us to do. We can go through some bell peppers really fast. Plus, if we notice that we're not using them up quick enough, I can always chop them up and freeze them. Next up, we're just going to slice up our onion. And this doesn't have to be in any kind of fancy shapes either, but I'm gonna do some just larger slices. All right, now that we've got that all chopped, lots of veggies already going in, I'm just going to shave off some of this ginger. It's been in my freezer, and ginger will last a long time, and it's super cheap. So I'm just going to shave off, oven is preheated already. I'm just going to shave off some of the skin of this, and then just shave some of it straight down over our veggies. They say ginger's supposed to be medicinal also, which there's ginger in a lot of medicines, so maybe. Definitely smells like it could heal a cold. You could use the back of a spoon to get down in all these little crevices also. Especially if it's frozen, it'll still shred with the back of a spoon. I'm just going to take a little bit and tuck up my sleeves a little bit. And we're going to bring over this chicken. So this is about 1.5 pounds of chicken breast. And I'm just going to roughly dice it up. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you want fairly uniform pieces. That way it'll all cook at about the same rate. You won't have some done pieces and then some raw pieces. Alright, so now that we have that all cleared away, Michael came in and asked me to use this barbecue sauce instead of the one I planned to, which it really doesn't matter. You can use whichever flavor you want. And these are both by the same brand, but that's his like really, really good one. So I think he wants me to use this one instead, but that's at the very end anyway. We're just gonna add some garlic salt and some pepper. Since we're letting the peppers, onion, and ginger do a lot of the work, we don't really need a whole lot of seasoning for this. So we're just going to toss it all around, make sure everything's coated in seasoning and olive oil. This is going to go in the oven at 350 for about 20 minutes. We'll take it out, toss it again, and then add in our pineapple and put it back in the oven until everything is cooked all the way through. Once we toss this and add the pineapple, then we'll go ahead and cook the rice at the same time so that it doesn't get cold while we're waiting for this. Okay, so the first 20 minutes is done. I'm just gonna add in the pineapple and maybe like a cup's worth, or if you're using canned pineapple chunks, just a can's worth. I mean, that'll be more, but nothing has to be perfect. I'm just gonna toss it around. And this is gonna go back in the oven for about another 10-15 minutes, or until that chicken is all cooked. And we'll get that rice popped in the microwave at the same time. So I've switched the oven to broil. I'm gonna add just a little, that poured faster than I wanted, but a little bit of barbecue sauce to this and mix it around. Our chicken is all done, so I just want to add a little bit of color under the broiler. You don't have to do this, but it will heat that barbecue sauce and just give some of those toasty bits on the edges, especially for like the pineapple that wasn't in there very long. And while that's going for just a couple of minutes under the broiler, our rice is finished and I'll get our bowls out. All right, so now we're just gonna serve it up. And you see that just putting it under the broiler just gave it some of those little toasty bits. It doesn't change it a ton, but gives it some caramelization. We'll add some sesame seeds. And obviously you don't have to do this, but we have some parsley just sitting in the windowsill, so just to add it for a little more color. And lunch is ready.